A lot of people think that buying a new construction home means that it's going to be a stress free process because everything is brand new. But more and more people are starting to realize that they're finding very serious issues before they even move into the home.
This is the current state of new construction. I'd really like to know what's going on here. So, is that? I think it's like a cap to like a soda or something. How did that even get? Ah. I'm not sure what problem existed that we felt like we needed to put these fasteners here, but could we have at least countersunk them and sealed over them so they didn't look exposed and tacky?
Yeah.
Then there's this bathtub, which really doesn't drain, or at least it doesn't drain fast. The drain's probably full of grout and construction debris. They paint everything in this house. The carpet, they painted the door hinges, they even painted this cabinet door while it was closed. Check it out. I already unstuck it, but you can see they don't have any pads on here to keep it open. They didn't tape nothing, they just painted it away. And there's this. Oh, oh. It's not supposed to do that. With everything I've seen so far, the attic ought to be a real treat, so let's go check it out. All right, so this unit over here is the one that they're working on outside. They were working on this one, and it's working. I mean, I took some temperatures downstairs. I'm not exactly satisfied with it, but there is something going on with it. Whatever they're working on, they need to keep working, because if you look under here, we've got a massive amount of condensation built up underneath this unit, and it shouldn't be that way. There are several things that could be causing that problem, but it's got to get corrected because it's going to cause them all kinds of problems down the road. You can see it all in the pan, and then if I go back over here, you can see it all coming down. Ridiculous. The gas valve shut off on the furnace to the system that actually works, and the one that's not functioning, it's on. Go figure. Well, that condensation under the evaporator coil up there, well, underneath the sink, you can see the primary drain line terminates to it. And well, that looks wet. It doesn't really look that wet, but when you look at it this way, it definitely looks wet. When we get a little closer, we see, oh yeah, there's condensation everywhere on this drain line. Let's just hit it with a moisture meter just to see what it says. Oh, it is wet. The roof actually wasn't that bad. Except here, maybe. Do your best and caulk the rest. Never mind. We got inadequate drip edge right here and right here. And we got a lovely amount of damage on this garage door. Did it here and there.
Now, y'all, I know y'all seen that soda can top in the wall. Okay. The tub wasn't draining properly. Everything wasn't caulked the way that it needed to be. You had paint everywhere on the carpet, on the cabinets. It was just a hot mess. And you would think that if you're agreeing to spend that much money on something, that it would come with a little bit more care and consideration when it's being built. But that's just proof that it isn't. For those of you who don't know, my name is Kay, giving you the real keys to homeownership so that your first buy does not become your first regret. And honestly, I think buyers deserve to know both sides before they make one of the biggest purchases of their lives. A lot of times, the reasons for these minute or very large mistakes is speed versus quality. If you're buying in a neighborhood or an area or even a season in the year where you have more buyers on the market that are looking to move, the builders don't care so much about the quality of the homes. They're just trying to get them put up quickly so that they can get them sold. And you, the buyer who will soon be the owner of that property, really ends up suffering because there are all these mistakes that maybe you saw, or even more mistakes that aren't visible to the eye that you're having to deal with once you move into that home. And also, with more demand can come rush timelines. And you may even have more subcontractors because when you walk into a new build facility, whoever the builder is, Chesmar, DR Horton, Lennar, they're not actually building the home. They've contracted that work out to subcontractors, and you have the HVAC person, the plumbing person, the electrical person, the people who put up the framing, who work on the roof, the foundation. You have all these different contractors that are working on your home, and you never really know the quality that you're getting. And that's why it is so important for you, whether you're buying a pre existing home, a new construction home, when it comes to any real estate that you're buying, you really need to come in with your own representation. Because 9 times out of 10, whoever you bring in is really going to make sure you come out as best as you can be in whatever contract or home that you're trying to buy. I mentioned that putting a home up quicker versus it being built well means more in a season where you have more home buyers. So if you want the peace of mind and want to know that your home is being built with very good quality and the care and the consideration that you would put into it, maybe try not buying during home buying season, which is around the spring or summertime. From April maybe until like August, you have a lot of people looking to move and relocate and buy new homes because kids are out of school and a bunch of different factors. So maybe you buy during the winter, buy in December or January, where you don't have a lot of buyers out that are looking to purchase a home. Because when you don't have a lot of buyers out that are looking to purchase a home, whoever the contractors are that are working for that builder, they'll really be able to take the time to build your home and not be so rushed. Also, too, it's important for you to ask and pay attention to who the contractors are and the materials that are being used to put up your home. Who are the actual people putting their hands on your home, right? Usually there's a general contractor. Get to know them. Bring them a beer, bring them something to eat. That goes with anything in life. It's called reciprocity. If you look out for them, they may go the extra mile while your house is being built. And also pay attention to the materials that they're putting in there when it comes to the lumber they're using or the windows that they're putting in or the HVAC system. All of the big things that can cost you money on the back end, make sure you're paying attention to those things. I know when we moved and my parents purchased the home that we're currently in, we were over here every week, sometimes multiple times a week, doing walkthroughs when it was just a concrete slab and the foundation was laid, when the framing went up, when they were kind of separating the rooms off and we could see the house coming together. All of that is important, okay? Because the squeaky wheel gets the oil. You have to show up. Unfortunately, everybody doesn't just operate by putting their best foot forward or giving people the best quality all the time. So, showing up during the building process does matter when it comes to purchasing a new construction home. So, I want you to keep in mind that every issue is not visible. In the video, when he was talking about the screws, the fasteners, when he said they could have painted over that a little bit better, that's a cosmetic issue. When it came to the cabinet, him having to pull it open because they painted over that, that's a cosmetic issue. But when it comes to workmanship and structural issues that have to do with the main factors of a home, the HVAC, the electrical, your foundation, the roof, when it comes to issues with that, you really need to pay attention and start talking with the builder. In this video, whatever home he was inspecting, they had an HVAC system problem. It was condensing way too much. And this is a disclaimer, I'm not a HVAC tech. I don't deal with anything that has to do with air conditioning. But I just know from experience in dealing with buyers and sellers, if you have an HVAC system that's condensing, that can cause a serious issue, okay? Because with that water sitting there, it can cause severe damage and it also can promote mold growth. Mold likes very dark and wet areas. And if you have a HVAC system that's constantly leaking moisture, that's the perfect environment for mold to grow. I did a video maybe a week ago talking about a young lady who had purchased a new construction home and she was dealing with mold growth in her HVAC system because the builder didn't size it correctly to her home. And it's really affecting her everyday life. She's not able to sleep in her bedroom. She was sleeping on her couch. And just overall, the health effects that it's taking on her, it's not worth it. Also, too, that condensation can cause rust and corrosion wherever the water is leaking, and it can cause an electrical hazard. There are a lot of wires and things running through your home that you may not be seeing, and water damage can be very serious. Now, I want you to be honest. Would you still consider buying a new construction home after this? And if your answer is no, I want you to hear me out. Because I've had moments where buyers where they're doing their final walkthrough where they're going to see their new construction home that's fully built. And sometimes the excitement just takes over. Okay, you're overlooking, the paint that may be missing on the wall or even some of the bigger things, right? But that's why it's important for you to have your own representation because when you're emotional and You may not be the most logical or know a lot about the home buying process and what comes with buying a new construction home. That's when your professionals can really step in and take over for you and look out for you where you don't know to look out for yourself. And this is also exactly why I stress that walkthroughs are so important and that you shouldn't rush through them. Open the cabinets, open the doors and the windows, see if the locks are working. Turn the faucets on and run them, see how the water looks when it comes out. Test the outlets and see if they're working to charge your phone and things like that. Because this is the part in the home buying process where you can afford to be picky before the home completely becomes your responsibility. And I want to hit on when you're building a new construction home, there are multiple different inspections that can happen. There's a pre drywall inspection, which is where an inspector will come out before they put the insulation and the drywall on. So it's just the main systems, the HVAC, and then the framing of the property. It's good to have an inspection then. And then it's also good to have a final inspection where you walk through the home and they give you, sometimes it's called a blue tape walkthrough. They give you a roll of, the blue tape we used to get in school. And you go around and you mark the places paint may be needed or it's cosmetic damages and what you want fixed before you sign for that home. And I want to ask you, did you guys know that you can hire your own inspector when you're buying a new construction home? Well, if you didn't, I'm here to tell you the answer is definitely yes, and I suggest that you do so because a third party inspector that you hire is going to work for you. You should never skip an inspection, whether you're buying a pre existing home or a new construction home. And the overall point of that is just for you to protect yourself as much as you can. I come from the belief that you measure 87 million times so that you only have to cut once. Because we want these homes to be a blessing and not be a regret that we're looking to get rid of a year, 2 years, or 3 years down the line. Now, this does not mean that every builder is bad and you should never go new construction and the way to go is pre existing. That's not what I'm saying. Because I have seen some new construction builders that build beautiful homes. All I'm saying is you need to educate yourself enough so that if you're thinking about going on this journey or you're already in a new home construction, home buying journey, that you've educated yourself enough to protect yourself. To protect yourself from buying a home where the tub in the guest bathroom doesn't drain, or you have loose screws everywhere, or your HVAC system may eventually cause you water damage down the line, which is a tens of $1,000s repair. So I think I made my point. Let's go ahead and move into the next clip. That
Stairway handrail. Everything looks good. It's secured. Whoops. Somebody forgot to install a bracket. Testing the slope of the shower pan. And it stops right where the water's pooling. Yep.
Top of the stairway, the carpet's a little loose.
I'm checking receptacles, making sure they're GFCI protected. This one does not appear to be.
Vertical sub panel, I'm testing breakers for GFCI protection to make sure they trip. We have 2 that don't. Number 24 and number 26. That's the dishwasher and the microwave. Screens here for the ducts. This one doesn't even line up, so it'll be blowing most of the air behind the brick. And they're all being held on with silicone and a little fake screw.
Y'all. All right, y'all. So this is just another example of some crazy things that can happen and often do where new construction homes are being built. But in the first clip, I talked a lot about what you need to be on the lookout for and some ways that you can protect yourself. But I like to have balanced conversations on my videos. And there are still a lot of good reasons why people love new construction homes. A few of the main ones are that they come with builder warranties. They're usually more energy efficient because they're newer, which helps you with like your water bill or your gas bill or your electric bill. The home is updated, so it's not pulling so much on your utilities, and it could in turn benefit you by resulting in lower utility bills. Another thing that people love is usually you're going to have lower maintenance early on because the home is newer. There's not a lot of repairs or things that need to be done as soon as you get in the home. Now, there may be things that come later, but you don't have to worry about that right now. Also, too, builders give great incentives, okay? Because they control the whole shebang from building the home to the lender selling you the home and even have a part in the warranties and things that come with the home. Because they're in charge of that whole enchilada, they have a lot more leeway to give you money to use towards your down payment and closing costs and buy downs and all of the things that they come up with. They come with modern layouts and the community amenities that are in the neighborhood. And then most importantly, it's just nothing beats the feeling of something brand new. When you come in, you really get to make that house a home. I talked about that in one of my last videos. A lot of people may say new construction homes lack character, but that can be fun, right? You get to come in and do your own thing and make that house your home. Now, I want to touch a little bit more on builder warranties, okay? Because that can be a beast in itself. It's important for you to know the cosmetic and structural warranty periods. And what I mean when I say that is all builder warranties have an expiration date. And once that expiration date is up, they're not covering anything else. All of the repairs and the things that you want fixed will be on you from that point forward. And a lot of people don't know that as soon as you move into that home, as soon as y'all step y'all 1-2 feet in that door, the time starts ticking for those home warranties. So it's very important that you report issues early. If you're seeing cracking in your foundation or you just don't like how they've painted something, report everything and report them early. All right, because they are builders warranties. So how can I say this? If someone has built a home and sold it to you, they don't want to have to come in there behind themselves and fix a whole bunch of stuff, right? So they're hoping you move into the home, you get excited and you don't notice all of the things that they missed, and you forget to file those claims or whatever with the warranty place that they gave you. And so then nothing ever gets fixed on their dime. Those are things you have to fix yourself. Don't be that person. Don't get all of those warranty books and stick them in a drawer and forget about them. Okay? Homes are built by humans, and humans make mistakes. So don't go into your new construction home just assuming that everything is going to be perfect, because I'm here to tell you it's not. They messed up somewhere. All right? So my advice to you would be get your computer, type up a Word document, or get a piece of paper, however you like to keep track of things, and just keep a running list of things that you see as you're moving throughout your home and using it on a daily basis. And once you have that list, start reporting things to the warranty place and stay on them so they come out and fix those things before those warranties expire. So overall, my goal of this video was not to scare anyone from new construction or push anyone to pre-existing or push anyone to new construction. I just wanted you all to see both sides of a transaction. You see what the builder has going on, and you guys know what you as a buyer have going on. New construction can still be a beautiful option, and every builder and neighborhood is different. The point that I want to stress to you all is that education matters more than fear. You all should never be afraid to ask questions at any point in time during the process, especially when you're asking with the intent to protect yourself so that you ensure you're making the right decision. Preparation up front in this business often saves thousands of dollars later on. If you're thinking about buying a new construction home and you want some guidance on what that process may look like or what you need to expect before you start on your new home construction journey, I do have a free giveaway linked in the description below where I give you a breakdown of what to expect before you buy. And if you want help creating a personalized game plan for your situation, you can also schedule a consultation with me using the link in the description below as well. I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Texas. My track number is 768070. My goal here is to help educate people so that they can make better decisions before jumping into homeownership. Be sure to let me know down below your experience when it comes to new construction homes. Also, check out these next 2 videos if you're still building your education around the home buying journey as a whole. Remember, when you know better, you definitely buy smarter. Until next time, see you in the next one.